Okay, taking a look at this, you probably don't have the Unifix cubes, but try to imagine what that looks like with using those blocks. Again, I'm going to do this surface area of this in the net. I want to make sure I have all the surfaces. I'm just going to make sure I count the surfaces. So I'm just going to count around this way for the surfaces. I'm also going to use that to help me draw the net. So I'm going to start at the toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along the back, 6 along the bottom. And then the front surface, 7, back surface, 8. So I've got 8 surfaces. I'm just going to put a little number there, 8. When I draw this out, what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to lie it on its back along this surface here, this 4x1 surface. Okay. I think I'm going to use 2 squares. Can I use 2 squares? Might be a little bit too big, so I'm just going to use a 4x1. Okay, so there's my back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to then kind of fold out the L parts of this. Okay, so can you see it's on the back? I kind of folded the sides down, and then I'm going to go around the outside like a ring, like that, so I can keep track of all the surfaces. So the bottom here is going to be 3 units. Okay, so this edge meet up. Okay, I'm going to go for, there's going to be my toe. Okay, here's going to be the top of the foot. If you imagine that being a foot there, so that piece there, I'm just going to highlight that one just so that you can kind of have some references. So top there is going to be that piece there. I'm going to go the other way around for the rest of the surfaces. So here's the top. Okay, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I have to have the shin. And that's going to be 3 like that. And that one there, I'm going to, again, that one's maybe a little bit harder to keep track of. So that one's going to be that surface there. Okay, so there it is. There's my surface area. There's my net. I'm going to calculate the surface area. I can just count this up really, but again, the idea is keeping track of all the surfaces, making sure you count. A lot of this is about accounting. The actual calculations are very simple, but the counting is harder because you have to make sure you've got all the surfaces. So I need to have a strategy to account for all these surfaces. Okay, so there's 3 here, 1, 4, 3, 1, 2. That's going to be 6 and 6. Add them all up. 4, 8, 11, 12, 14, 20, 26. So there's 26 squares that make up that surface. Okay, so move it down here. For that next one, this is a T. So I'm going to pretty much do the same thing. I'm just going to draw out I'm going to draw the very top surface. And then from that top surface, I'm going to draw out, I'm just going to fold down. So imagine being on upside down on that surface there. I'm going to then fold down those sides like that. Okay, the T sides on the front and back. Again, I should make sure I know how many surfaces I have. I have 1, 2, 3 underneath, 4, 5 underneath, 6, 7 underneath, 8, 9. I better count that again. I forgot where I started from. I'm going to start from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 surfaces. Okay, and then front and back, there's 10 surfaces in total. I just have to make sure I count for those. So I'm going to go around in a band like this and get all 8 surfaces along this line here. So there's the toe on both sides. Okay, I've got to go underneath. Okay, so these are the parts that are underneath here and here. Okay, I've got my side surface here. I'm just going to move that over a bit. So I have a better spot there to, well, I can't seem to move it right now. Okay, so I'm going to go 3 like that. That's going to be the other surface there. And then I have the bottom surface here. Okay, so I'm just going to count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 surfaces. 9, 10. There's all 10 surfaces. And just accounting for this again, there's 3 here. There's 6 in that piece. 6 here. 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. Adding that all up, 5, 8, 10, 14, There's 26 squares in this one as well. It just happens to be the same as the other one. Okay, actually, if you kind of think about this, really what all that's happened is you've covered, if you imagine sliding these blocks over to make the L, you've covered up this surface and you've exposed this surface underneath. So there's a net gain of 0 surfaces being shown.